What most of us feel like is we're an enormous victim to our emotions, that now I feel this way and there's just nothing that I can do about it. And there's an incredible shortcut to manufacturing different emotions for ourselves. And that is to go back up and actually let the emotion be the alarm to, wow, I'm upset about something, or I'm sad about something.
I love that. Emotions as an alarm.
Right? It's the alarm because it's the obvious thing, right? A lot of what I do is I help people think differently, but actually knowing what we're thinking at any moment is actually a very difficult thing. You have to be very self-aware to kind of know that. But what we're all really good at is I know what I'm feeling in the moment, especially if there's some big annoying feeling. But the shortcut is then it feels like now we just are this thing and there's nothing to do with it. The shortcut is that you can actually go up and change your meaning making, right? You can change what you think about literally by moving to think about something different or to change the meaning of what you are thinking about. And you will notice that you immediately feel differently as soon as you do that. There's a few caveats to this, but like, let's just hang out there for a second. Does that make sense?
It does. And you articulated exactly where I see us miss a lot. There's a meaning making in between the external event and the feeling. For example, if somebody cuts me off in traffic, I think, wow, they really think they're more important than me. They have somewhere that they got to get you faster.
I got disrespected. Right?
Yes, they don't respect, like I had my blinker on and whatever. And that's all happening rapid fire.
Yeah.
And without even, I'm not trying to feel angry about it.
Without any self-awareness.
Yeah.
Right. And so the default to why you feel that way has a lot to do with what happened to you earlier that day, what happened to you in your childhood, were you disrespected a million years ago, like whatever. Right. And it can trigger all these different things. What most people don't get is that we can actually go up and quickly change our focus, change the meaning of something. So here's an example. Somebody cuts you off in traffic. You're immediately angry about it, but then you realize that person's in an emergency, right? They've actually got somewhere to be. And now you can understand why they might have done it. You realize it's not a disrespect to you and you feel very differently about it.
Right.
All of that can be going on in your own mind, whether you really knew that or not. Right. Somebody who's got a little bit more mental mastery immediately has a different mastery over their emotional state experience. Right. They feel very differently. So anyway, I opened a loop earlier about cognitive behavioral therapy and that other thing. Changing your thought is not the only way to change how you feel. If you were to change your behavior, right? Let's say, you're sitting ruminating about somebody who broke up with you and it's killing you all day and it's horrible. Well, if you go for a run, right? Now you've changed your body, you're doing different things. That's going to change what the events that you're experiencing, what's happening to you, and all that stuff. So these things are related. By the way, if your emotion changes, that'll change how you're inspired to behave. So if you're jealous, you're going to behave differently than if you're excited, etc. Right? So change thought, you change what you'll feel and do. Change what you do, you'll change what you think and feel, right? If your feelings change, you'll change these other things. So that's a lot of, if we can become more aware of that than we used to be, now we have this shortcut to manufacturing how I actually want to feel day to day, instead of just being a victim to it. Like there's nothing to do about this. I just am depressed, or I just am angry, etc.
Right. Thanks for tuning into the Rob Scott Show. My name's Sarah, and I'm here with Rob Scott. He's a master level coach. And we're here to we got to start this again. Cut.